Welcome everyone to the Rivals Racing League's broadcast of the RRL Offline Championship Season 1 from Gateway. We're about to get the command to fire engines here.
Drivers, start your engines.
We'll go ahead and give you the lineup, but I am once again joined in the booth by LT.
Hello, everybody.
We're going to go ahead and hopefully not mess up the starting lineup like we do every week, although I guess it's a tradition at this point. Casey Kane and Kurt Busch will share the front row.
And we have Ryan Newman and Michael Waltrip and Ryan Newman in row number 2.
Row 3, we have Matt Kenseth and Bobby Labonte.
And in row 4, we have Clint Boyer and Carl Edwards.
David Rudiman and David Gillen will round out the top 10.
Then we have Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart.
Andy Lally and Robbie Gordon will start from row 7.
Then we have Brian Vickers and Martin. God dang it. We have Joe Nemechek and Brian Vickers.
Then we have Truex, Gordon, Menard, and then Trevor Bayne to round out our top 20.
Messed the starting lineup as much as I was trying not to.
Well, I'll just show off the rest of the field here as we get set to go back green flag racing. Well, not back go. We'll get the race underway.
Rick Allen.
Anyway, so we have 60 laps here tonight under the lights. LT, what are you interested in seeing as the race goes underway?
Well, I'm not sure where the 78 car starting, but I'm definitely interested to see him. I mean, he has had heartbreak after heartbreak these past couple of weeks, and I'm also interested to see that 71 car of Andy Lally. I mean, he has been very consistent, very strong, but
Starting just outside the top 10 there. As we head to the restart zone, green flag is out. Casey Kane leads the field to the green.
Speaking of consistent, I don't know where Mark Martin is. He is the points leader, and he seems to be deep in the pack.
I feel like it's a bit early here in just race 4 to be talking about the championship, but you never want to start off poorly. I imagine once we reach about race 6 or 7, the championship battle will really start to take shape as Casey Kane's driving away with the lead.
4 car seemed pretty strong here early on, but as last week really proved us that you saw the 78 car and 78 car dominating earlier on, being the fastest car, and then
the yellow is out.
Caution.
I think they're still racing back to the caution. Yeah, as you can see them accelerating off the corner. Some of them are at least. Oh no, never mind. They are all slowing down. Let's go ahead and see what happened as Juan Pablo Montoya involved.
And the 34 car was down pit road.
Let's see what happens here. We have an early incident here. Oh, this is not going to go well. So, this is lap 1 of the race. Juan Pablo Montoya heads off into 1. There's a stack up in front of him, 4 wide. Oh, he's just going to get turned across multiple drivers and end up hard in the outside wall, along with Kevin Harvick.
I'm not sure why the 42 tried to make it 4 wide on lap 1 of the race. I'm not sure too much what was that all about. Oh, wow, he just sends it in there. Where they check up, it's more like they checked up, but I don't really understand why the 42 would be that aggressive this early in the race.
Well, I hate to say it, but it is Montoya.
I guess he thought that was a jet dryer up there.
All right. Anyway, so let's see. There was a checkup up here, I believe. Let's see from Logano's perspective.
What happened? They just kind of slowed down for the corner. Montoya just bombs it in there.
There really just was not enough room entering that turn, to be 100% honest. I really don't know why Montoya was driving it in that deep. Let's go on board. Oh, we'll go from the bumper of Greg Biffle here. As this happened right behind him.
Come out of nowhere.
Kevin Harvick, after a disappointing finish to a good race for him at Auto Club, involved in an early crash here.
Yeah. Harvick has Hasn't been too good of a season for him. You see, just Montoya just ran out of talent there. Oh, that hit was a lot harder than I thought it was.
They came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, I mean Harvick probably didn't even know that the 42 was sending it four wide, and just, I really don't understand why Montoya was that aggressive that early in the race. I just don't understand that.
You can see he doors Logano entering the corner, and then right there, he just not enough room. Not even close.
No, it's not.
Take one more a look at this. Regan Smith wearing our visor cam for tonight's race. Starting in the back.
The interesting thing I like to see is how hard they had to turn the wheel. Maybe Montoya went in there and thought he could make it stick, but car just got tight on him. No, you don't seem to have to turn the wheel that hard.
Regan
Maybe
does a
my,
great job of avoiding contact there.
yeah.
Doesn't look like we have any pit stops going on here.
Wouldn't expect anyone to pit, even given the fact the um, caution came out on lap two for a lap one incident.
We'll see if the lights in the pace car go off this time by. But there is a look at the standings. We'll see. Okay, no one's out of the race, although David Gillen did come down pit road. Must have had a loose wheel or something. But Casey Kane continues to lead the field. We still have quite a long ways to go, which
Yeah,
makes
we
it
do.
all the stranger that Montoya would do that.
Yeah. It's almost like Montoya had like a failure. Like he didn't have a failure, but it's like he just didn't get on the brakes at all.
Lights are off on the pace car, so we are going green next time by. We still have quite a long ways to go. We're going to go green with 55 laps to go.
Long ways to go here.
It's much too early to make any sort of race win prediction, in my opinion, at least.
Well, given
So,
the fact that the trend has been going the same, you can't really pick who dominates the race because as we saw, Daytona, Marcus Ambrose and Jeff Burton dominated, and they got caught up in a wreck. Langley, well, no one really dominated Langley, but Regan Smith was a really fast car and he got destroyed. And then Regan Smith had another fast car, Auto Club, and lost the engine, along with Harvick and Terry Labonte.
while we
This,
wait to go green, we'll take a quick Ram truck break just to give you a short update. Um, There's New Year savings on many of your favorite Dodge brands, not just the Ram truck, but the new Ram 2021 model
truck
is
of the year.
out. It's not. It hasn't been rated Truck of the Year yet, but it's probably coming soon.
It will.
But then, of course, the 2020 Truck of the Year is also on sale. Get them while supplies last at your local Dodge Ram dealer.
Dodge Ram, please sponsor us.
All right, as they head back to the green flag, Casey Kane leads the field here once again. Take the green with Kurt Busch, Michael Waltrip, Ryan Newman, and Matt Kenseth and Ryan Newman, rounding out the top five. Kurt Busch gonna not have the preferred line due to the lap traffic in front of him.
David Reagan seems to be pretty fast.
Down the backstretch, 34 trying to catch Casey Kane, seeing if he can get his lap back. And he's got quite the run on him.
He does. Oh God, I had too much potassium tonight. Having
Down to
problems
the
up here in the booth. Okay, everything's resolved.
Here comes the 34 looking to get his lap back on Casey Kane. If they get another relatively early caution, This could mean he will be back on the lead lap.
Definitely. That 34 car, he is not had the season to start out that he's won. He is like pitted and finished way in the back most of the races. But
Mm-hmm.
he's showing some
Granted, a
speed.
lot of drivers have had pretty poor starts to the season.
Well, yeah.
One of
But,
these drivers is Casey Kane, but he's
yeah,
out front now.
he is.
Oh, Tony
Oh,
Stewart hit the
Tony Stewart
wall.
at the wall.
Now he's going to get passed by quite a lot of cars here. Casey Kane's still out front of the 34s. We have a battle for second going on. Matt Kenseth all over the back bumper of Kurt Busch.
Oh, yeah. Drivers seem to tone it down, taking it a little easier now.
Yeah, definitely not burying it in the corner like the 42 did on lap one.
Yeah, definitely not.
Kurt Busch way up the hill, maybe experimenting with the outside lane, but it doesn't look like that's going to work for him.
Given
Now
the fact that,
Kenseth looking to take the spot.
oh yeah, this race is gonna be definitely interesting. It's like a short track. It have a short track type of feel to it, but also have a speedway type of feel. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how the race plays out.
Yeah, this track has short track style corners, but speedway style straightaways. Gateway is definitely an interesting track as Matt Kenseth goes up the hill, and the 15 is going to go to pass him as they are losing ground to Casey Kane.
Speaking of tracks, Pim on the schedule. Which track are you most excited to go to and see how it plays out? And which one are you
Honestly,
most afraid to go to?
I'm very excited for both Talladega races this season. I think that they'll be interesting, especially back to back. The one that I'm the most concerned about is Williams Grove.
Yeah, Williams Grove. We're gonna go dirt track racing. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun when it comes. I'm
Well,
excited to see how Bristol will play out. Always that great short track racing.
now here comes Gillen trying to take away the lead from Casey Kane.
Yeah, David Gillen is. I feel like I called him David Reagan earlier. I probably did, but David Gillen seems to have a fast car. He's just trying to get back on the lead lap.
Someone we haven't talked about really so far, David Rudiman moving up here into the top five, trying to pass Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, and
Rudiman has not had the start of the season he wanted either. Although
no,
I feel like that's that way for many cars in the field.
yeah. You know what? Another thing is Kurt Busch has fell back quite
You're
a
right.
lot.
I didn't even see him.
Kurt Busch, um, yeah, he's
Eighth.
fell into eighth. He tried the outside line once, and I'm not sure what happened to his car, but he just started dropping like a rock.
I imagine he probably tried the outside because the car's not handling to his liking.
Yeah, his car is definitely not handling the way he wants it to.
Back up front here, Casey Kane still holding on to keeping the 34 a lap down. There's Michael Waltrip trying to make up time now, as he is far out in second place. Ryan Newman in third, and then we have a battle back here, fourth on back.
Casey Kane seems to have a really, really good car so far. I'm not trying to predict too much stuff early, but Casey Kane definitely seems like maybe the car to beat.
I agree. Although out front right now, yeah, Kane's running slightly faster than the rest of the field. Although you can see times have fallen off almost 4/10 of a second here. So tires do mean something here at Gateway.
Definitely.
I wonder if we will get to see any pit stops being made, whether under green flag or under caution. We have a battle brewing here for second. Ryan Newman closing in on the 15 of Waltrip as Waltrip closes in on Kane.
Oh, yeah.
With
Seems
as
like.
much as, or
Go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead.
okay. Um, It seems like with as much tire as tires matter, it would make sense if Casey Kane would just back the car down and kind of just chillax, not push the car too much.
Yeah, but Casey Kane is out there to prove something. I'm thinking that Casey Kane is trying to gap himself as much as he can from second place, and then start to save his stuff a little more.
Maybe. I think Casey Kane's more expecting this race to go green for longer because the strategy of pushing your tires to get a gap before, oh, Gillen's going to hit the wall, but that strategy really only works if a caution doesn't come out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Kane is wondering that a caution might not come out if the race goes green all the way, but that probably won't happen.
I doubt it'll go green
I
all the
doubt
way.
it. I mean, yeah, I don't think no race this season's gonna go green all the way. I mean, Auto Club, we got our first caution around like lap 25. I want to say. I don't
Yeah, I think it
remember.
was about 30 something.
It's like 30 some. So we went green a long ways, but laps tick by quick here. So maybe we might go green all the way. They seem to have sorted out, but as I say that back there, that other
This
pack
is a
back there,
mess.
this is a mess back there.
Clint Boyer once again running up front. Kyle Busch, someone we haven't mentioned all seasons up here, as well as Jeff Gordon and Robbie Gordon.
The 87 car. We had a problem last week. Not sure what happened when he just absolutely destroyed Logano. And
Let's
Michael
take a look
Waltrip.
back here at our. Actually, never mind. We're having a battle here. Ryan Newman. Oh, here he goes. Ryan Newman to run off the corner down the straightaway now, trying to take away second place. Doesn't look like this is going to. Well, I was about to say, it doesn't look like this will be much of a fight, but Waltrip battling back on the outside. I think he's
And
going to
as they,
clear him.
and as they battle, if they continue to battle, I just let the 4 car gap them even more.
And Waltrip got the run off the high lane and cleared Ryan Newman. And then they've got the lap car of David Gillen in the way. This time by it'll be 40 laps to go, so still a long way to go here in Gateway.
Long ways to go here.
Oh, here comes Newman charging through the center of the corner.
Wow, Newman just charged through there. I mean, he just showed the 15 car that he wanted second. He just yoinked that position from him.
Drove
Newman,
right around him,
Newman the
but they're
second.
still losing time to Casey Kane, who's way out front right now.
Well, as the 39 cars going to try to reel in the floor. Tim, what do you think is going to be the most important thing to look out for this race and the most important thing to do this race?
I'd say it's going to be tire saving. One thing interesting is we're seeing a lot of the drivers that were up front earlier starting to fall back. Kurt Busch is one of them. Bobby Labonte was further up earlier in the race. As you can see, he's way in the back,
Yeah, he's
back there.
continuing to lose positions.
But now look at this: Jeff Gordon up to 7th, Kyle Busch up to 6th. Some of the drivers that were using up their tires and battling earlier falling back. See, Ryan Newman is slowly reeling in. Casey Kane tried to catch up to him. Or is Newman using the outside lane? That time by Kane over a tenth faster, so Newman's got to pick up the pace if he wants to catch Casey Kane. And there is a big gap between them.
There it is.
Yeah, he's really got to stand on it here. About half a straightaway. Kyle Busch has gotten around Matt Kenseth for 5th place. He's one of the fastest, if not the fastest driver right now in the top 10. Newman's about to get passed by a lap car. This Casey Kane continuing to pull away.
Definitely.
But Runeman and Kyle Busch fastest out of the top 5 there. And they're 4th and 5th, so the leader is not the fastest car in the top 5. We'll see how this pans out here, but we still have quite a long ways to go here in Gateway.
Definitely. You know what? I think it's time for the Coca-Cola race analysis. I don't have a Coke about me now, so I can't crack open the thing. So, Pam edit a sound effect in there, but we are everybody. But we are at lap 70. We are at lap 25 of 60. Sorry for the Rick Allen moment there. Casey Kane seems to be the car to beat, but as we've seen time and time again this season already, being in the lead early does not mean crap. I mean, practically, Pim, almost everyone who's led and dominated the race early have seen either get caught up in a wreck or fall all the way to the back. But long race, and each race we move closer and closer to the end of the season. So, points being the points leader, dominating the points right now will definitely probably help you later on in the season if you start to have bad runs. But yeah, that was my Coca-Cola race analysis. Back to Pim.
All right, well, as LT said, we are approaching the halfway point in this race. Ryan, oh, and the caution is out. I was about to say Ryan Newman's starting to close in, but the yellow flag is out for the second time this race.
Oh,
And I
Montoya.
believe the 36 just apparated.
Yeah, Tato stopped himself. What happened? Sorry.
Carl Edwards, who I believe has been running up front for most of this race, or was running up front early,
I don't think it's a cop.
has
This
yeah, he
can't be.
has damage, quite a bit of it too. So I'm not really sure what caused him to have that damage.
Come on. Think-
It's very strange, as I believe that was the 36 back there who was parked.
I
Yes, it
believe.
was. And I think this is what'll bring out our caution.
No.
Let's see what happens.
Dave Lenny.
Oh, another issue for Dave Blaney. Heartbreaker.
Was that the caution?
I mean, I'd imagine so. He's parked in the middle of the racing line. You see the exact moment that the pace car, uh, the lights turn on the pace car.
Right. And right there. So,
It had to have been Dave Blaney. Yeah, I'm just looking through every car in the field. It had to have been Dave Blaney that just brought out that caution.
Dave Lenny with some sort of issue.
Major issue. Oh, as we have pit stops, I believe that's pretty much the entire field coming to pit road right here. Makes sense. Times had fallen off about just over half a second, so a lot of these drivers will want tires. It'll be interesting to see if anyone stays out here, but we will see who's going to win this race off of pit road.
Let's see.
Seems like, yeah, everybody taking tires. No fuel only stops here. Casey Kane trying to win off of pit road. Here comes the lap car. Nope, lap car's not going to beat him off. Kane wins the race off pit road. Then it's Ryan Newman. Michael Waltrip will come out third. Then it's Robbie Gordon. Robbie Gordon gained a lot of spots. Rudeman, Kyle Busch, Kenseth, Stewart, Gordon. Lights are still on the pace car, so we have to go a little bit further. So look at the lineup. Everybody came to pit road. No one decided to stay out and play the strategy game. But so Casey Kane leads. We are approaching halfway. It looks like we're going to go green at that point. So why not we go ahead and do our race predictions? LT, who do you think is going to win, and who's an underdog that you think we haven't talked about enough? All right, it seems like we're having some communication issues with LT. Is he? Can you hear me? All right, well, we're still having communications with him, so I guess I will go ahead and give my picks. My pick to win the race, I gave him my underdog pick last week at Auto Club. I'm giving it to Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman was faster than Casey Kane at the end of that green flag run. Now that he's starting in second, restarting in second place, I think he'll have something for the 4 car when we go green and have a shot at winning this race. My underdog prediction, or my underdog pick so far, is Joey Logano. He's just worked his way into the top 10 and was involved in a crash when Montoya bombed into turn 1 at the start of the race. And we haven't talked about him really aside from that crash, but he's worked into the top 10 and is looking to make some headway towards the lead. See, I imagine the lights on the pace car will turn off this time by and we'll get set to go back green flag racing once again here in Gateway. About halfway through the race this time. Unless another caution comes out, I really don't see any more pit stops happening. And even if a yellow comes out, it's going to take a lot for these leaders to come back down pit road. Yep, are the lights off. So we're going to be going green this time by once again here in Gateway. Be interesting to see if Casey Kane's able to get another jump on the 34, because if he is not, then Ryan Newman will be able to take full advantage of Casey Kane being slowed by lap traffic. Looks like Dave Blaney has apparated back into the speedway. He's going to line up on the inside a lap down. Actually, he is 2 laps down. So rounding 3 and 4, getting set to go back green flag racing once again. With still halfway left in this race. Going to go green, 30 laps to go when we take the green flag. These drivers know they can't let Casey Kane pull away. There really isn't much tire saving left to do. As LT's back here for the restart, it sounds like.
Yes. Casey Kane is going to lead the field to the green. Dave Blaney's back on the track. That is the second time this season he's mysteriously stopped.
Michael Waltrip looking for second place. Well, I'll give it a lap or two on the restart, but I went ahead and made my picks for both the win and as an underdog. I picked Ryan Newman. Oh, and there's a
Crash
wreck.
in the back.
Biffle's around. Oh, and Andy
Andy
Lally's
Lally.
in it too. Oh, Biffle
Oh,
was up and over. Last week's winner, Kevin Conway, in it big. Montoya's wrecking again, as well as Harvick. Oh, and Stephen Wallace and Carl Edwards in this one as well.
Andy
Big
Lally's out.
crash. Casey Kane leads him to the caution, and David Gillen once again trapped a lap down. Big wreck at the restart. I was just about to ask for your predictions of race winner and underdog, but that'll have to wait. As Greg Biffle was running in 12th position. What do you see here, LT? So Brian Vickers just turns him around. Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
Greg
Kevin Conway
Biffle.
T-boned him.
Greg Biffle's had some hard hits this season. It's kind of similar to what happened to Andy Lally at Daytona.
All right, so I'm going to put this on, let me see. Take a look on board Mark Martin, your points leader, as he gets through this one.
Mark Martin narrowly avoids that.
Mark Martin squeezed by it up next to the wall, but Andy Lally was not so lucky.
Andy Lally. He's going to be out of the race, too. Oh, Biffle was just right there.
Denny Hamlin with damage.
Montoya. That's the second time this race where Montoya forgot to use the brakes.
Stephen Wallace, another driver involved.
was any of your underdog picks involved in the wreck?
No, but one of them was almost.
Was it Dell Jr.?
Joe Logano.
Oh. You know what? Regan Smith has avoided almost every wreck that's happened this season, just narrowly. Kevin Conway is just gonna have nowhere.
Oh, nowhere to go. He was not expecting that. I just want to take some slow mo on the. I'll go one more onboard camera here. We'll go. We'll actually take a look at the visor cam of Regan Smith as he navigates through this one once again. What a great job he's done this season at getting through the crashes.
He's got to find himself the victory lane.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
mind.
Well, it doesn't look like he has all that much damage, but that
I can
was a
definitely.
pretty hard hit.
Yeah, it was. Regan Smith can definitely recover from that, though.
We'll use a bit of slow-mo here. Show you what happens. It looks like, yeah, Brian Vickers is just going to turn the 16 on exit. Biffle's going to lock up the brakes. Everybody does a pretty good job getting around him until right there, Andy Lally tries to get by him. Can't quite because Marcus Ambrose is there. Big hit for him. And then Stephen Wallace and Kevin Conway drive straight into Biffle. Biffle goes up and over. At least he lands on all four wheels, but still a very, very hard hit for him. Oh, and then you can see there Montoya and Harvick. We'll take one or two more angles of this. We'll actually go from the rear bumper of Greg Biffle.
Yeah, Brian Vickers got into him and just never let off. Right there, he's on him, on him, on him. Never lets off. Biffle's just spinning right now, along for the ride.
We'll take one more look here. Let's go on board with Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick has just had a strange season, filled mostly with just disappointments. And this will go right up there with the rest.
Just nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Kevin Harvick.
right into the back of Montoya. I imagine we won't see really anyone come to pit road here. Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll see pit stops under this yellow. We're getting set to go back green flag racing with 25 laps to go. We just saw a big wreck, LT. Do you think this was the last one we'll see?
Uh, Given the fact that we're on lap 35 of 60, that is not the last wreck we'll see. It'll probably be the last big wreck, but we'll definitely probably get another caution or two before this thing is over.
Well, I made my picks. I picked Ryan Newman to be our race winner, and Joey Logano was an underdog. Remember, he was involved in the earlier wreck, almost involved in this one, sitting just outside the top 10, has worked his way forward. Who is your pick to win, and who's your underdog?
My pick to win this race, Casey Kane. I mean, out of all season, he has been the only one to stay out front this long. And the underdog pick, Kyle Busch back there.
Kyle Busch has had a great run so far. He's been in and out of the top five, kind of bouncing between fifth and eighth position most of this race, as he's looking to move forward and have a chance to win this race. Casey Kane will lead the field to the green flag here once again. Here at Gateway, he's going to try to hang on. If he can, he will lead, I believe, every lap this race and take home the trophy. The
See what happens.
38's on the apron, problems back there, but we're going green regardless. So they approach the box, up through the gears, green flag is back in the air.
Casey Kane gets a good restart. Let's see. Oh, Montoya slow. I was gonna say, let's see how the field navigates through the lap traffic, because Montoya is slow.
Waltrip holds on to second as his teammate Rudeman passes Newman for third. Lap cars are presenting an interesting situation as Gillen not letting Kane get away.
Oh, Travis Quaffle got an issue, but David Gillen
Again,
has
seems
been
like
a lap.
either Quaffle or Gilland, and sometimes both, have issues.
David Gillen has been battling this four car
Oh,
almost
Tony
all.
Stewart.
Well, Tony Stewart almost just got wrecked back there. Got loose off the corner. Truex, don't make it three wide. He's not going to.
Reagan up into the top 10, I believe, for the first time in this race, is now Truex trying to pass Reagan and Stewart. A little further ahead, we have a big battle going on. Robbie Gordon versus David Rudeman, Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, and Matt Kenseth. Newman has just fallen like a rock. He was second, then got passed by Waltrip, then a caution came out, and now he's way in the back. As up front, if Gilliland was on the lead lap, he'd be running second, and he might even have the pace to lead the race. 22 laps to go. I don't know about you, LT, but I think this is a perfect time for good old NASCAR. Crank it up.
Definitely.
Michael Waltrip has closed up. He's passed both the lap cars between himself and Casey Kane, and he's looking to try to take the lead away from Kane. Be the first driver to do that all race, as now there's a battle between Kyle Busch and Rudeman for third place. Matt Kenseth and Joe Nemechek surprisingly up there battling as well. Ryan Newman has fallen back to 8th place. Kyle Busch now clear for third. And here's the battle with under 20 laps to go.
Speaking of Kyle Busch, what does a Busch battle? Kurt Busch earlier in the race fell way off, and now he is just unseen. Kurt Busch is,
23rd.
yeah, he was running good earlier, but he just fell back constantly.
Fell back quite a bit. Can't even say that's a tire issue. I'm not sure exactly what caused that, but that is troubling. That should be troubling for that team. 16 laps or 17 laps to go here in Gateway. So we're nearing the end of this race. Kyle Busch has got to stand on it if he wants to have anything for the top two. What do you think about this battle for the lead here, LT?
Hopefully Kane can hold him off, but Michael Waltrip seems to have the faster car here.
Maybe Casey Kane burned his tires up because Michael Waltrip has a big run. Here he comes looking to the inside. And he's not going to make it stick. It'll be 15 to go this time by. As the battle continues for the race win. Waltrip trying to mount another charge. Let's see, 0.7, 0.9, and a 0.8. So Kane's still faster than Kyle Busch. I think Busch will need a caution if he wants to have anything for our race leaders. But this one is not over yet. Seems like Waltrip's able to run a little bit lower, at least on this end of the racetrack, than Kasey Kahne, able to pin it next to the line. And I think he's got to run. He's going to look. He's going to send it in there. Waltrip's going to clear Kasey Kahne. What an aggressive move, and now Kahne falling way behind Waltrip. Michael Waltrip power moves to the race lead. With under 14 laps to go, Kahne is led 46 laps tonight, and it is falling apart with under 20 laps to go. Waltrip's driving away from him. Driving away from Kyle Busch, too. Unless something big changes here, I think Michael Waltrip's got this one. Kahne's going to have to mount a charge back on him. But will we have enough time? Doesn't look like Kahne's falling back now as he's starting to gain ground back on Michael Waltrip. We'll see if he has anything to go run him down again. 12 laps to go. You better do it quickly because he's running out of time. See, Waltrip just runs so much lower than Kasey Kahne on corner entry on both ends of the racetrack. Kahne's kind of diamonding the exit, but I just don't think that's the fastest way around the racetrack. Fastest of the top three was Kyle Busch by 2/10, but once again, unless these two get battling, he does not have any chance at catching them. Well, unless we get a caution. LT, the mic difficulties figured themselves out?
Yes. I have, Kasey Kahne is trying to battle back on Michael Waltrip.
It's all over his bumper. I just can't believe Kahne lost a lead. And Kyle Busch now is closing in a hurry. These two are going at it, and he's loving every second of it. But he's going to have to hope that he can get by the two lap cars quickly if he's going to have any shot at getting by either of these two. 10 to go this time by. Kahne is dominating. Waltrip's come on late. Busch almost 4/10, well actually, yeah, 4/10 of a second faster than than Waltrip there. So big gains by Kasey Kahne as well. Yeah, Kahne and Kyle Busch both closing. So now Kahne getting right up to the back bumper of Waltrip. This is what Kyle Busch wants to see. I think Kahne's going to have to go for a pass right here. As Busch is up to the back of a lap car. 9 laps of racing to go.
9 to go here. What is Kasey Kahne going to try to do to get past that 15 car?
He's close enough. He's going to have to. I mean, eventually they'll end up probably needing to use the bumpers.
Definitely.
Doesn't look like they'll catch any lap traffic. It'll be 8 laps to go when they cross the stripe this time. The interesting thing is Kahne lost the lead because it looked like Waltrip was able to run lower on the track than him. Now Kahne's trying to run that lower line. And Kyle Busch just cannot get by the lap traffic here. I think that's going to take away his chances at a win here tonight, as he is stuck battling with both these two cars, and it has cost him all the ground he's made up. Into turn 3. Kahne is gaining. Do you think Kahne really has anything for Waltrip?
I don't know. Kasey Kahne might have used up all his tires because he just cannot get back to the back bumper of that 15 car. This race would definitely be a heartbreaker for Kasey Kahne since he dominated this race.
Yeah, I think his strategy of abusing the tires to the end just didn't work because we had the cautions that came out even after the pit cycle.
closing back in a little bit though.
Yeah, coming around for 6 to go. I think Kyle Busch's chances are over at this point after he had to battle with 36 for a couple laps. Kane to the bumper. Almost a Michael Waltrip. He's closing ever so slightly, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to have to make something big happen here. 6 laps of racing to go. It's all come down to this. Kasey Kahne versus Michael Waltrip. Toyota running 1, 2, 3, I believe 4, yeah, and almost 5 if the 56 of Truex can get around. But what a run by David Reagan. Did you even think about he would be in the top 5 at this point?
Uh, I knew David Reagan had some speed, but I did not think he'd be in the top 5. He showed some speed at Langley, but David Reagan's not been talked about that much at all this season.
He was going for 4th place too.
Yeah, David Reagan has put a good run together this race. Going to get a nice finish.
Look at that. Oh, and I was spoke too soon about not catching lap traffic because they're catching Montoya in a hurry. They catch him at the end of the straightaway, or really any point on the straightaway, they'll be fine, but center of the corner could be disastrous.
Definitely. That's exactly what Kasey Kahne wants the 15, though. Because the 15 catches him at the wrong spot. Nope.
Michael Waltrip caught him at a perfect time, right where he wanted on corner entry there. Just drives right underneath Montoya. Three and a half to go. I think that lap car actually hurt Kahne more than it helped him.
Yeah, he's lost more time on Michael Waltrip.
Oh, but he's gaining here. He could make the move. I think he's going to have to here. He's got the run.
Kahne's going to have to do something if he wants this win.
Can't just ride behind him. 3 laps of racing to go. Kahne does not make the move entering 1. And he's going to lose some time there. Kahne almost 2/10 faster there. Just couldn't quite make it work into 1. Coming for 2 laps to go. It seems to me like Waltrip's better in 1 and 2. Kahne's better in 3 and 4.
Definitely, but coming with 2 to go, Kasey Kahne's going to do all he can to catch and pass this 15 car.
Yeah, he might get to his bumper, but Kahne hasn't used the bumpers yet. I don't know if he will. With this big of a gap, Kahne's going to have to make something big happen on the last lap if he wants a shot at this.
Yes, he is. It's going to be, if Kasey Kahne finishes second, it's going to definitely be a heartbreak for him after dominating this race.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time right there. White flag is out for Michael Waltrip. Waltrip has been lurking all day inside the top 5. Passed Newman, then the lap cars, and got around Kahne when it mattered. Held off the charge.
Michael
Got
Waltrip.
around Montoya in a good spot.
Michael Waltrip going down the back stretch for the final time. Coming through 3 and 4.
Didn't see this coming. He's going to take a very wide center of the corner. Kahne gained a lot of time, but it's not going to be enough. Off the corner, Michael Waltrip wins in Gateway. What a race.
Gotta feel bad for Kasey Kahne there.
Heartbreaker for the number 4 team. You can see Reagan got all the way up to 4th there at the end of the race. What a great run by him to charge up through the field late. Rudeman fell all the way back to 10th. But man, what a race. Here's a full look at your finishing order here. Most of the field on the lead lap. What a race here. Michael Waltrip turned it up when he needed to, saved his tires, lurked in the top 5, and got around Kahne when it mattered.
Something to point out, Mark Martinez fell into 4th in the points after this race.
We've only run, how many races is this? 4 events. But look at this, Trevor Bayne. Have we even mentioned his name this season?
No, we haven't. And Trevor Bayne is somehow the points leader.
And he's tied with Martin Truex. David Rudeman there. You have to go down to 5th place to find a winner.
Wow.
Look at Kevin Conway back in 20th, one of the winners. That's not even the worst. Michael Walzer back in 23rd in the standings here. But
AJ Allmendinger is not going good. So is Greg Biffle.
yeah, Trevor Bain, I don't know where he came from. All right, well, next week we have the Folds of Honor 100 for Atlanta. This has been the Rivals Racing League broadcast, the RRL Offline Championship. We'll see you next time.